back like one more session. Sub 20 summer best. Oh, baby. I don't know how long we're going to play in this next session. We got to get a little variety in here today, but... We've been doing well today. 3, 2, 1, go. You think he did that shit? What the hell? I'm to reset. Just kidding. PB on old route was 2156. Yes, correct.
Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
First time, I'm your YouTube audience. First time catching the stream, I had no idea you were bald. It's fair. I try to hide it on YouTube as best as I can by only not having my camera in my least performant content. But anytime someone says I've been watching your YouTube videos for a long time, it's just a necessity that they're an Isaac viewer. So I should have assumed, I suppose. So true, so true. Try texture canonless? I should. I'm so stubborn, but at least like I know myself. Like oh, we almost had it. Last night I was like I should learn texture canonless, you know, in that 30-minute window of personal time. And then I didn't look up a video of it, which would have been smart, or even like a text document or anything. Instead, I just said, this looks right, and tried it, and it failed, and I was like, never doing that again. This is not for me. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me, okay? Okay, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably a reset. Could have been better. 3, 2, 1, go. Why he's sitting on the pole? How many inches of height would you trade for good hair? None, but like that's not. I think you could draw the false conclusion from that, which is that like I value my height more than my hair.
Princess Toadstool. Peach.
The reality of the situation. Hold on, I'm gonna hydrate a little. The reality is, I actually just don't care that I'm bald. I've come to terms with it for so long in my life that I don't even notice. Like, even if people were like, I know I look fine bald, for one. I'm not fishing for compliments. But if people were like, you know, if you had amazing hair, what if it was like the best? What if the hair made you look so much better? I'm like, I don't care. I'm just, seems annoying, honestly. I'm not saying it's better to be bald, but like, it's certainly easier to like maintain. I have a consistent look every day. The actual worst part of being bald is actually just the jokes. But I have noticed that as I've gotten older, the jokes have slowed down quite a lot. Maybe people who have some visible receding on their hairline or a bald spot, all of a sudden when they start going a little bit bald, they're like, these aren't funny anymore. And that's actually where you're wrong. That's when they're the funniest. Because when you're actually bald, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like, I'm bald. What are you gonna do? You're bald. You got me. But when you're balding and you haven't come to terms with it yet, that's when you can do real spiritual damage. That's when you can actually hurt somebody's soul. True, true. Not a bully streamer. I've been bullied for baldness. I mean, not in like a negative way necessarily. I mean, not people. They just like, hey, whoa, solar power. You got a solar generator there. Hey, nice hair day. Oh, don't wear a hat. It might mess up your hair. You know. And I just get ready. I put it in a mental bank. I say, good one, I'm bald. And then I just wait until I see them show up with like the hair where like they it's not really like a comb over, but it's like a front comb where they've taken their hair and they're trying to make it look like, they're like, people probably don't know that I'm balding. And I'm like, I saw that progress in myself not but 15 years ago. Looking a little thin up top. Did you just get a haircut? I know, you're like, hey, hey, before we go out, I just have to check the weather to make sure there's literally 0 wind. Sure, yeah. I understand. I've been there. The jokes aren't so funny now, are they? Receiving hairline much? Yahoo? Have fun making fun of me when I'm 80? I'm not gonna care if you're bald then. I'll just be like, look, you're old as dirt. Are you sure you want to be in the self-checkout line, sir? I'm just concerned. You know, a lot of people here have some stuff that they, you know, we're in this line because it tends to move a little bit faster than the cashier line. I'm just hoping that you're not violating the social contract by being in here. I was scared. You'll be 82 though? Yeah, but like I just think I'm gonna stay sharp. I do like crossword puzzles and stuff. I spend a lot of time talking every day, which requires conscious thought. I think I'm gonna stay sharp as a tack. Go be home, go be home. Nah, I gotta be fine, probably. Honestly, like, the history of my life so far is mostly just, like, getting better at everything I do with age, including sliding backwards down this. So, like, I don't have a concept of, like, getting worse at something the more I do it. So, like, I think I'll be better at everything when I'm 80. You know how good I'm gonna be at parallel parking when I'm 80? I'll have done it so much. I'm gonna hit that 10,000 hours, Malcolm Gladwell. You already seem like you're slipping? What the hell are you talking about? Do you see how many words I can string together without stuttering when I get angry? All I gotta do is tell my brain to take the restrictor plate off, and all of a sudden I'm lighting you up verbally in a way that's heretofore never been seen. Still got it. Still got it. Rap God, we off the beat. I accept this run as it is right now. Considering we backslid, like, that's kind of amazing. Good movement too, look at that. Look at that. Owlless when? I'm gonna hit you with a possibly never on it, but it's definitely like not on the horizon is the polite answer, but it's like possibly never. Chat, is this game low FPS or is it just my stream? Yeah, it's low FPS. It came out in 1996. I knew that was gonna happen. I don't even want it. It's, at least, you gotta admit, that was a pretty good recovery once I recognized that the penguin was gone. There was no denial in my heart at all. I was not like the brother in Hereditary, looking at my ceiling all night, hoping it was a bad dream. I was like, it's time to interface with this in the world of reality. Oh, shit. Alright, we'll probably reset this one real quick. All my penguins gone. 3, 2, 1, go. Run it back. We've been having good runs today. Talk about Hereditary more? Oh, you mean Hereditary, the best horror film of the last 10 years? Possibly the best horror film ever made, that I've seen at least?
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool.
The ultimate NL bit. Watching Hereditary on my Peloton ride, looking at Google Finance. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. The Office quote, bad chest. Hey, come on, somehow we manage. Somehow we manage. All right, like don't if you're obviously not gonna make it, don't even risk falling in the water by trying to overcorrect. Might as well just land in the center of the bridge. Why not? Dude, Netflix needs more good TV shows. Like the movies, I think they got enough movies. I can always find something to watch if I could just get over myself and stop looking for the perfect movie and instead be like, this is good enough. They need more prestige television. I don't want to watch any more TV shows, though, that... Okay, like, Archive 81 is the exception. But I don't want to watch any more TV shows that are based on, like, a podcast or a tweet. I'm not going to watch Inventing Anna. I just don't care, okay? I'm not going to watch Emily in Paris. Like... No, I'm not going to watch any more Korean dramas about zombies. The new Cuphead show is cracked. I'm probably not gonna watch Cuphead the show. I watched Murderville. You don't have to copy me. I probably watched it before you watched it. I'm not gonna watch the Tinder Swindler. Like, I just don't care. Make another season of Wild Wild Country. I don't know if there's any, like, real events that you could base it on. But... if you could... movement. I'm not watching the Korean zombie show, okay? Like, I'm not even trying to be a hater. But that was like, I watched one season of Kingdom, and then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch season 2. I'm just so sick of the damn zombies. Like, Kingdom was like, kinda good. I don't know if I'd say amazing, but it was like kinda good. Veering on farce at times, but then like season 2, I was like still with the zombie shit, huh? I'm out of here. I just can't be fucked, honestly. We need like a... People have been saying it for 10 years, but we need like a moratorium on zombies for like a decade. No matter how good your show is, like if it has zombies in it, I just don't want to watch it anymore. We just gotta just bail on it for like a little bit, okay? You gotta let it simmer. Make some vampires, just all the shit that's gonna be about zombies, just make it about vampires or like werewolves or something. Just do the same show you were gonna make, but instead of zombies, just be like, okay, you know, now it's like it's a shapeshifter or something. Now it's the Mothman. No vampires either? There's still... Vampires are not overexposed. There's just been a lot of, like, kind of shitty vampire media in our generation. Stop making, like, sexy vampires that are like, ooh, I want him to, like, bite my aunt's... Well, okay, I've done it wrong here. My aunt wants him to bite her neck and turn her into, like, his eternal love or whatever. Instead, it should be... My aunt reads a lot of Anne Rice, okay? And I got nothing against her. She's a nice lady. But, you know, like... I'm like, I don't want to be in the same room when she's reading the Anne Rice. Because I think she's getting something else out of it. But, like, make more shows about ugly vampires. I don't want any more shows about, like, sexy vampires. Make shows about, like, the Nosferatu vampires that are, like, you know, hideous creatures that terrify you. Not like, ooh, yeah, he's so scary, he's a monster. As played by Brad fucking Pitt in 1996. Like, Make more ugly vampire shows. That shit would get people going for sure. For sure. OG Dracula was ugly? I mean, you see Gary Oldman, like, in the first half hour of, like, Francis Ford Coppola's, Dracula? Not when he's wearing that sick armor that looks like a chicken breast. But, like, when he's in the castle and Keanu Reeves is like, Mr. Count, my name is Jonathan Harkin. I've been sent by my employer to investigate your castle. You know? And then he's got, like, the boob hair. Like the guy has in Little Nicky when he gets boobs on his head. Did you see that Francis Ford Coppola gave an interview about Dracula, like, last year? And people asked him, they were like, why did nobody tell Keanu Reeves that his accent was so bad? And his answer kind of broke my heart. This is true. His answer was, everybody knew that his accent was bad, but he was working so hard and he was such a nice guy that nobody wanted to tell him. That's so tender and sweet. Like, it actually makes me want to cry a little bit. Like, Keanu Reeves is such a nice guy and was working so hard at his accent that even the director of Apocalypse Now was like, I can't tell him, I can't break his little heart that he's... he's doing his best, man. Mina, my sweet. How have you fared in my absence? They should have still told him. I mean, it's like, they could have just had him speak in his... Because he's still speaking in a Keanu Reeves accent. It's just like filtered through a bad British accent. I thought that might have been gold, honestly. Mina, I know Kung Fu. Are you telling me I'll be able to dodge vampires? Ooh, rail skip. Worst acting, Keanu in Matrix 1 or Keanu in Dracula? I mean, he's fine in the... Not... Like, he was not gonna win an Oscar for The Matrix, mostly because he's not playing, like, a dead president or, like, British Prime Minister, which is the only way you can actually, like, win an Oscar for Best Actor. But, like, in Dracula, he's, like, not good. In The Matrix, I think he's fine. Ooh, saved. That's true, and also, in the first Matrix movie, he spends most of it, like, being confused, which is what... I'm not saying Keanu Reeves is confused, but I'm saying his kind of default tone at the time was sounding confused, at least. My butter stick. Okay, we're gonna wait this one out. Okay, I would like to be done with red coins. Just a little longer. I'm alive? Yeah, that was psycho. I'm not scuttling the whole run over this. I mean, what's messed up is, like, this is, like, a horrible red coins, but it's still better than, like, my best red coins from a week ago. It's not that bad. Christoph Waltz is amazing. I don't know why I'm bringing him up. He just is amazing. Honest question about Christoph Waltz. Has he been in a good movie since Inglourious Basterds? Now, I'm not suggesting he's a bad actor. Quite the opposite. I just kind of feel like society's, like, holding him down, right? Oh, he was in Django Unchained. That's true. Okay, so 2 good movies. And they're both really good. He's in the French Dispatch. He's in Carnage. I don't even know what Carnage is. Isn't that the movie that Woody Harrelson wanted his Reddit AMA to be about? Wait. You're talking about Venom 2? There's no way. Christoph Waltz is in Venom 2? With Woody Harrelson? I don't know, man. I have no idea. He's in Muppets Most Wanted. I'm looking forward to watching more Muppets shit, man. Even the modern Muppet stuff I haven't seen, but I love Jason Segel, and he's like a Muppet guy, right? Boing, by the way. Boing. Jason Segel, you know, he's the tall guy from How I Met Your Mother. It's Seagal? I wouldn't doom him like that. Jason Seagal? I'd be like, no, it's Segel, please. Boing your mother. I will laugh at the dumbest shit of all time. How I boing your mother. I can't believe they tried to reboot How I Met Your Mother already into How I Met Your Father. Like, I don't know if anybody else is saying it. Hey, television, have an original idea 2022 challenge. Oh, impossible. What if we remade Alf, but he wants to go home. He's like a sad alien, and it's kind of like gritty. He's not like a funny alien. He's like a monster. I don't want to see Alf. I don't want to have to get Peacock just so I can watch 2 episodes of alien life form, and then like at the end of episode 1, they like, you know, you get an email, the Alf protocol, and you're like, whoa, shit, dude, this is Alf. Alf is back and in Pog form. Wahoo! Young Sheldon is the most watched show on TV. I don't know if that's true. Hey, look, hey, Jamie, can you pull that up? What's the most watched show by Nielsen ratings in prime time right now? I honestly don't think I would know. The NFL, that makes sense to me. I don't think it's Evangelion. Yeah, I know the MASH finale. I mean, like, not of all time. I mean, like, last week. Still MASH? Come on, man. I'm not supposed to be here. Am I insane, or did Richard Dawkins make a tweet about Young Sheldon where he was like, I don't know if anybody's heard of this, but there's this show on American television called Young Sheldon, and it does a great job of showing off the plight of an intellectual child? He did. Okay, so I didn't dream that shit. After NFL, it's NCIS. Okay, I didn't know that. Richard Dawkins is so funny. I wish he was real. I gotta be like, I'm the Richard Dawkins defender, unfortunately, because I like bought a paperback copy of The Selfish Gene when I was like in my first year of biology lessons. And I'm like, this show, like, honestly, like, all of his other takes are like brain dead, but like he was a really good like biologist for like a while before he was like, I don't want to be a biologist, I want to be a celebrity that's famous for being stupid. He did the opposite of the Mike Judge. Like he gave up on on a career in biology where he was like a pioneer to just get like dunked on Twitter every day. I guess there was like a 30 or 40 year period in the middle where he was like, I don't know, being like, I don't believe in God or whatever, and here's a book about it. Did you see me just walk through the door with Mips? Can that happen? It's like the door didn't need to be there in the first place. 101, 101. We can do that. We can do that. I didn't see that? Okay, okay. That's right. He did say young Sheldon helps him pass dull time on the exercise machine, which also feels like one of the most British sentences I've ever heard in my entire life. Dull time on the exercise machine. You know what you don't see that much of anymore? He needs a Peloton, for sure. Richard Dawkins, I will buy you a Peloton if you delete your Twitter account. And that's not a joke. Oh my god, you know how much good press I would get for that? You know how many insane tweets I would get too? It would like, oh man, it would pay for itself in no time flat. He's got to buy his own subscription though. And I'm not getting you the Bike Plus, okay? You got to turn your own resistance knob. I'm ass. Anyway, what was I talking about? Something about Richard Dawkins. You pay for the bike and the subscription separately? Yes, I don't want to talk about it. But you got it. Essentially, you got the premise. No! You don't bully me, I bully you. Ooh, up, turning the resistance knob. Me? OMG me? That's fine. Is this lava skip? I don't know what it means, but I hear Squeak say it from time to time. Ooh, I'm going over the edge! What the hell? 20 cycle. By the way, just so you know, like, look, the character of Northern Lion is based on the exaggerated personality and quirks of streamer Ryan Letourneau. He's a product of fiction. That being said, like, the things I say on stream, I usually do believe, kind of at least. So, like, I'm very happy to be able to validate my previous take that if my significant other got me a Peloton, I would not be upset. Not only did we talk about this once during React Court, but even when the Peloton wife shit was going on, I was like, I don't see why all these people are like, oh, that husband's so bad, he bought his wife like an exercise bike. I get it. If you live in a 1990s sitcom, you would be like, are you saying I'm fat? Ha ha ha, woo! Oh! If you live in the real world, I think I would be like, my bit from back then was like, I would be like, thank you so much for the exercise bike and for caring about my health. And then my wife got me a Peloton for my birthday, and the whole time I've been like, thanks for getting me that Peloton. It's really helped me make some healthy lifestyle choices. Mr. Sheffield. I know where I'm at. Yeah, that's a load-bearing pillar. Okay. Why the nanny? You know why. God, I wish that were me. Take two, take two. Was she calling you fat, though? Yeah, like a little bit, for sure. I mean, I was getting a little soft, for sure. Why was I getting soft in the middle? The rest of my life was so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I need a shot at redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. You know what I mean? Like, if you'd be my bodyguard, I would be your long-lost pal. I would call you Betty, and you know what? If it strikes you, if the mood strikes you, Betty, when you call me, you can call me Al. Great song. Great, honestly, maybe the best album of 1986. Paul Simon's Graceland. Boy in the Bubble. Graceland. You Can Call Me Al. Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes. I mean, it's non-stop, man. It's non-stop. Now, I do hear, or I have read, I should say, that maybe Paul Simon took too much credit for the album, and a large part of the album's credit should have been rightfully given to the choir. I don't remember the name of the choir. So that, I mean, this is not how you triple jump this, but I'm still going, baby! Is it Lady Smith Black Mombasa? I can't believe I made it. Yo, he got it! I told you. All I'm gonna say is that he might not have given them as much credit as they deserved, but at least the album is amazing. Like, it would have been, I would have canceled him in a heartbeat if he, like, exploited Ladysmith Black Mambaza and the album was dog shit. Like, if it was like some Aldous Snow type stuff. But because it's probably the best, or maybe the second best album of 1986, I'm willing to give him a pass. Because, I mean, come on. Have you heard Graceland? Hater Goomba? Ladies and gentlemen, we're in. The Queen is Dead is better. I really like The Queen is Dead, but here's why I perhaps underrate it relative to something like Graceland. I don't think The Queen is Dead has the Smiths' best songs on it. But I do think it might be the best Smiths album. I mean, like, okay, it's got some classics, like There's a Light That Never Goes Out, or like I Know It's Over is a great one, or The Boy with the Thorn in His Side, like, but there's no, like, Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, or, you know, How Soon Is Now, or something like that. Cemetery Gates is a great song, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, he's talking about being goth, and then he's, like, mad at somebody for, like, plagiarizing a poem. Or he's mad at somebody for outing him for plagiarizing a poem. I don't know. Something like that. If you must write prose and poems, the words you use should be around. Don't plagiarize or take on loans. Like, what are you talking about, man? He's so into, like, academic dishonesty. I think I could do one more. Let's just send it. 3, 2, 1, go. Casting evil spells on Morrissey as we speak. Go off. Go ahead. Go do it. See if I care. But I'm telling you, man, I honestly kind of into Graceland as an album. It speaks to me. Don't cast an anti-curse protective spell on Morrissey. Put the barrier, put the magical barrier on Johnny Marr, okay? My mom met Paul Simon and said he was a douche. I literally don't care. Did your mom write Graceland? Like, that album is so good. As far as I'm concerned, he can be an asshole to everybody's moms. Even, like, and this is honest, if Paul Simon was, like, an asshole to my mom, if he, like, cut in front of her in line at, like, a Jamba Juice or something, I would be like, wow, what a dick. And then I would still, like, listen to Graceland. I would still be bobbing my head when he's like, I believe in lasers in the jungle. Lasers in the jungle somewhere. Staccato movements and millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires and babies. I would be like, this guy, what a dick. But also, he can write the shit out of a song, man. Holy cow. I'm gonna go one more. I'm gonna go one more. Okay, I'm gonna go one more. When you're famous, you can get away with everything. I don't think that's true necessarily. Like, I mean, if Paul Simon was not famous, no one would be like, Paul Simon was an asshole to me in public. They would just be like, I saw an asshole in public today. But now that shit is pinned on him for life. Just because he happened to write Graceland. He can't get away with anything. If you're a nobody, you could, like, you know, just go take a piss on, like, an Urban Outfitters or something like that. People would be like, look at that crazy guy. If it was Paul Rudd, they would be like, holy shit, you're not going to believe this. He would be lambasted forever. I'm going to pivot, okay? I just want to have one more run. We've been doing great. The runs have been great today. What do you mean I'm in my Stunlock era? We've been playing games like non-stop. I haven't even taken a piss the whole stream. I'm piss locked, man. Locked and loaded, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we could have made that too. It's only been 3 hours? You don't know the last time I pissed. Shut the fuck up. You don't know if I might not have pissed this morning for all you know. I might not have pissed, like, since yesterday. You don't know that. Well, who are you, my toilet? You wish, maybe. Okay, 2 ground pounds so far. Can we increment the ground pound counter? I'm going one more because I am fucking furious. He bit the bomb? Again? He bit the bomb? Please pivot. Please pivot. Yeah, oh, let's pivot. Let's play some Rogue Tower so you can be like, upgrades? 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 Is he will never buy upgrades, not like this. He will buy upgrades, Copium. Upgrades? Mortars? We're having too much fun talking about life. Can you play something where I could backseat you, please?
Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Tower Tactics Liberation is better. You know what? That might be true. I have no idea. But you sound like when I was playing a lot of Super Auto Pets and people were like, this is just a budget storybook brawl. Come on. Who said that? You can go back in the logs. You can find it. 100% win rate. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot that I had a 100% win rate in Storybook Brawl, including versus Stream Snipers. Ooh, I felt that. I felt that. Storybook Brawl is actually good, though. Sure. Super Auto Pets then must be great, by that logic. Maybe a masterpiece. Maybe From Software operating at the top of their game. I did not only play the computer, you revisionist history. Mother, listen, get back here. I played one tutorial against a computer where I smoked them, and then I played an 8-person lobby online and freaking smoked them even worse. It was even more embarrassing for the computer did better than my audience. And I'm still getting headshots. Pace Bacante. I have not played Dwarf Fortress, but you saying that reminded me that when I was doing my taxes, I was checking like my credit card statements and stuff like that. I'm still paying for my like AI dungeon subscription, which is fine. Even if we pay for that for like a few years, I think I still got my money's worth. But like, it's still there. And Sporkle and GeoGuessr. But I think of those three, Sporkle's definitely going to come back. GeoGuessr also has a high chance because they've added a bunch of modes lately, right? Let's just start this one over from here. Don't throw the good out with the bad. Yeah, like there's a Pog versus mode. The last time I played was when they added the BR. I had a great time with the BR. I thought that was a nice, you know, subversion of the normal concept. The death of the author, so to speak. The medium is the message, Marshall McLuhan. But I think there's even more now. The BR was fun, but like some people are just too good at GeoGuessr to be in normie queue. Marshall Mathers. Fuck, marry, kill. Marshall Mathers, Marshall McLuhan, Jim Carrey as Fire Marshal Bill from the variety show In Living Color. I would marry Marshall Mathers, and I would fuck Fire Marshal Bill, which allows me to kill Marshall McLuhan, which is okay because he's already dead. So I didn't actually have to murder anybody. All I had to do was have sex with Jim Carrey and then marry Eminem. The things I'm willing to do to not kill somebody. Massive dub. Dub so big I had to take a plane to see it, boss man. How did we get here? Sometimes I find something in chat and then I respond and then I get like another idea and I just kind of keep spinning it for a little, like keep that spinning wheel turning around. I'll live with that. Not fucking up this is the key to the whole run. Landing this in one side flip guarantees PB potentiality. Now watch this drive. Don't at me, okay? Like, I know you're telling me that there's no proof that George W. Bush can parallel park. I just look at him. I believe he can parallel park. He just looks like... I would feel safe. So former presidents are not allowed to drive, apparently, because it's like a security risk. They get chauffeured for the rest of their life on the taxpayer's dime. If we were ranking presidents based on... Would I feel safe if they were driving me on the freeway? Let's start. Do I feel safe if Joe Biden is driving me on the freeway? No, I do not feel safe. Do I feel safe if Donald Trump is my driver on the highway? Not at all. I do not feel safe. Do I feel safe if Barack Obama is my driver on the highway? Yes, I feel safe. Do I feel safe if George W. Bush is my driver on the highway? Yes, I know, like, he has a DUI, right? But that was like 40 years ago. I'm sure that, like, he just seems like the kind of person who's, like, a confident driver now. I think that I would not feel unsafe as long as he was not intoxicated. Bill Clinton? This is, like, so... I feel like Bill Clinton in the year 2000, I would feel safe. Bill Clinton now, he's getting pretty old. I would probably be like, come on, man, why don't you just go in the passenger seat? George H.W. Bush, at the time of his presidency, because after a president is deceased, I think we now need to go from the time of their presidency. I would feel safe with George W. Bush driving me. Again, I apologize for going back to this heuristic, but I think if you served in the Second World War and you're under the age of 70, I would feel safe with you driving me. I trust you. Ronald Reagan, we probably don't need to touch upon that. I would not feel safe with Ronald Reagan driving me on the highway. Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter is still alive. And he's like literally like 91 years old. I would not feel safe with him driving me on the highway. I'm not knocking Jimmy Carter. I'm simply saying I would not feel safe with him driving the car. Pre-Jimmy Carter, I think we go back with Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford, he looks like to me, and again, this is based on literally nothing. Gerald Ford looks like the kind of guy who could drive an automobile. He looks like a dad from the 1950s, which is what I think of when I think of someone who loves to drive. I'm alive. Plus, he's named Ford. That's so true. I didn't even think about that, but that is so true. He's from Michigan. Yeah, they love cars there. He probably knows how to drive. Richard Nixon. I don't know. Nixon is a tricky one. I mean, not just a pun on his nickname, but like I feel like Nixon is the kind of guy where like I don't know if he's like part of the coastal elite or if he could like strangle a man with his bare hands. Like, I don't know if he's the kind of person that could do the job themselves or if they would just hire some muscle to do it. I understand he wasn't getting his hands dirty at Watergate, but, like, doesn't he look like a man where, like, you could easily underestimate Richard Nixon's strength? You could be like, nice hairline, boomer, and then he would just use his forearms to, like, squeeze the life out of you. I don't know. I think he could drive. There's no question in my mind, Lyndon B. Johnson could drive. There's no question. I mean, just look at, like, the presidential portrait of Lyndon B. Johnson. I'm surprised he isn't in a car in the photo. I understand that this is a little Monka-esque, but I think I would also trust John F. Kennedy behind the wheel. I would also say there's absolutely no doubt that I would trust Dwight Eisenhower to drive me in a car. But now we're getting into some really interesting territory where it's like the modern automobile wasn't really like around for some of the guys that are like coming before this, right? I can't believe this is not like a colossal loss. Jesse, what the hell are you talking about? Well, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't let, you know, John Quincy Adams drive me in a car on the freeway. That shit wasn't invented when he was alive. He would be so scared. Like, if he learned how to do it, sure. George Washington? Yeah, I think George Washington could. I think George Washington could probably figure it out. I mean, he led America to victory in the American Revolution. Like, driving a modern automatic transmission car, he would probably be able to do it. If he could avoid capitulation at the Battle of Yonkers, then he can figure out how to drive like a Chevy Malibu. Bonk. Hold on. I'm on top of my my headphone cord, so my head has to sit at this jaunty little angle for a second. Go, go, go! We fixed it. Fabulous boing. Thank you. Thank you. It's crazy how much Canadians know about U.S. history. I couldn't tell you a single thing about Canada. Honestly, like, I mean, you could tell me a single thing about Canada. Be honest, okay? If you're not from Canada, do you know the capital of Canada? I think we're looking at like 70% yes. And I trust that. I am, like, there used to be a show, I don't want to offend you guys and cause, like, an international incident. There used to be a show in Canada called Talking to Americans, where one of our most esteemed reporters, Rick Mercer, would go to America and interview people on the street, and then try to get them to say ridiculous things into the camera. Like, hey, we're just trying to collect well wishes because, Canada just upgraded the Parliament igloo into a Parliament building. Can you say congratulations, Canada, on you know, getting electricity installed in the Parliament igloo? And then they would say it into the camera. But that's like, honestly, it's funny for one. But also, have you ever seen like Jimmy Kimmel has done that shit? He'll like ask people on the street like what ocean does California touch? And people will legit be like, the Indian Ocean. I think it's just the average person, like if you were just to walk around and ask people random trivia questions, they would be like, you would be like, everybody's stupid. Help. Dodged. You telling me I'm gonna be able to dodge a boulder? No, Neil. I'm telling you, when you're ready, you won't have to. What month comes after October? Hey! Come on. Great show, though. It is kind of funny because one of the classic bits from Talking to Americans was like, congratulations on getting elected Prime Minister, Mr. Jean Poutine. But then, like, you know, life kind of imitates art, I guess. Mon bezo, mon bezo. Ooh. Good grab. Clutch grab. Getting kind of smooth with it. Yerp. I don't know what yerp is, but that don't stop me from saying yerp. Yerp. Mother. Hey, can we, like, politely cyberbully Chib into playing more Mario? Chib, are you here? Sometimes you lurk and you know that it's only, like, at any given moment, it's only, like, a half hour until I call you out. No? You don't have to, like, bully him politely, though. Be like, hey, it would be nice if you play some Mario. Whenever he's like, I don't know what to play, just type, like, Mario. He played it yesterday. He was not live yesterday. Don't lie to me. I think it was 3 days ago. He was? I was there? He was? What the hell? How long was the stream? Like 45 minutes? I thought I checked his VOD channel and he was hosting Bear playing Mario Kart. Handsome Pants, oh, thank you. Thank you for the gifted subs. One for each bounce the tennis ball can take on the hard court. You were at family day? Bro, that was Monday. Today's Wednesday. You're all fucked up. But the good news is, you probably have, like 2 more pulls on your word-a-day calendar, so you can, like, learn some new words. I did see Apollo play some yesterday. That guy, he's crazy. I think he's gonna play some today, too. Also, I think it's Apollo's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday, Apollo, if you see him. I'm very confused about Apollo's age, because I thought when we played PUBG together in 2017, I thought he was 27, and that was 5 years ago, and I think he's turning 29. And I'm like, this shit doesn't make any sense to me. Were you 28 for like 4 years? Or am I mistaken? It's probably not my mistake. So I'm thinking that probably he was 28 for like 5 years. I don't, you know, you might say like it's my mistake, but that doesn't sound like me, in my opinion. He's cracked, he's insane. That's fine. I'll live with that. We got close. Oh, it's like a Mayan calendar thing. Right. I just use Outlook, so like, I don't know. It's probably like a little different for me. Getting closer. Somebody's closer. What a dunk. It's a good time. Honestly, I'm happy with the runs today. We didn't have a true PB, but we were 2 seconds off a true PB. Had 2 great runs. I actually spun him too fast. I don't believe it. And I say this without like a hint of irony. Every time we get close to a PB, it makes the inevitable PB not just that much sweeter, but like that much more likely. Because we're only on, we're off of real PB by literally like one little time mistake. Not like a bad BLJs, but legitimately just like, hey, like, you know, you fell off the pole once. That's not damn probability logic. It's like saying the more you work out, the stronger you get, but like you can't necessarily be like, oh, I'm gonna set like a new 1 rep max at the gym today. But if I asked you, like, hey, if I worked out, like, every day with progressive overload and, like, ate right, what are the odds that my 1 rep max will be higher in 2 months? People would probably be like, I don't know, like 90%. Hater. Trust the process. Morpheus me? We don't do that anymore. It's a time loss. No, Neo. Well, I'm in the clock. I'm in the clock. He's in. Too good. Too good. Clocka. Clocka. That was good. Stop trying to BLJ me and BLJ me. No, Neo. They should do, what if they crossed Planet of the Apes with the Matrix? So all of the apes were in the Matrix, but then they got freed, and now they're pissed. And they're all like, no. And they're like flying the Nebuchadnezzar and stuff like that. Oh, dude, that's true. They could be bored apes. It's the great crossover. Ooh. That would be sick. God, no. You're not invited. NGMI, you're not gonna make it. It's gonna be me, Andy Milonakis, and Justin Bieber at the, and Cheryl, not Sheryl Crow, Reese Witherspoon, and Neymar Jr. at the red carpet premiere, and we're gonna be like, I'm not even gonna tell you what we're gonna be talking about because it's too cool for you probably. And me and Mark Rutsu, me and Mark frickin' Rutsu. Don't try to hit me with the Reese Witherspoon joke. Okay, fine, let's do it. Hey, did you hear that story about Reese, what's her name? She killed a guy. And then you type Witherspoon, and I say, no, I think it was with a knife. Classic. What a throw? You have the audacity to tell me that that didn't go far enough? On my PB, nonetheless? I had way too much speed. You see, we got them mixed up, man. No! Whatever, try me. That's fine. It's actually better this way. Just look at this. No look. I deserve that. I deserve that. I really, with God as my witness, I thought I was going to land it. Because it was like right there. That's bang on, though. Look at that. Bullshit. Ooh! Alright. I'm content with today's runs. 1 sub 22. 2 sub 23s, if we touch the star fast enough here. That's a good day. Those will serve you well in races. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Then when we come back, I think we'll try like 1 rogue tower run. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. So, I mean, there's not really much you could do about it, honestly. But I do have to go pee. Probably get a single cheese as well. Get a single cheese, and I'll see you momentarily.